Have you ever wished for a perfect week? You know, one where you're super productive, hit all your fitness goals, feel mentally sharp, and still have time to relax. I've been chasing that feeling for years. So I decided to try something a little different. I let an AI plan my entire week, from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. And I mean, I followed it exactly. But here's the twist. It's not as simple as just typing "plan my week" into a chatbot. That's a recipe for disaster. If you want a plan that actually works, you have to get specific. So, this is the story of how I outsourced my life to an artificial intelligence for 7 days. Spoiler alert, it was a wild ride. But before we dive into the day-by-day breakdown of what happened, the good, the bad, and the surprisingly brilliant, let's talk about the setup. Because the secret to making this work is all in the prompt. Just asking an AI to plan your week is like asking a stranger to cook for you without telling them your allergies or what you like to eat. You might get something edible, but you probably won't enjoy it. To get a truly perfect week, you need to treat the AI like a professional. I used a prompt that went something like this. You are an expert productivity coach. Here are my top 3 professional goals for this week. Here are my non-negotiable meetings and appointments. I need to get at least 7.5 hours of sleep every night. I want to work out 4 times this week, 2 strength sessions, 2 cardio. I also want to meditate for 10 minutes every morning and read for 30 minutes before bed. My most productive hours for deep, focused work are between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Create a minute-by-minute schedule for the next 7 days that balances deep work, fitness, and mental health. The plan should be ambitious but realistic. See the difference? I gave it goals, constraints, habits, and preferences. I told it to be an expert productivity coach. This framing is crucial. It tells the AI to access a specific knowledge base and adopt a certain tone. By giving it this much detail, I wasn't just getting a generic schedule. I was getting a personalized blueprint for my life, designed by a so-called expert. The AI then churned out an incredibly detailed minute-by-minute itinerary for my entire week. It was beautiful, color-coded, and honestly a little intimidating. Every single hour was accounted for. There were blocks for deep work on Project X, active recovery walk, meal prep, and even mindful disconnection. I printed it out, stuck it on my wall, and got ready for day 1. Monday started strong. My alarm went off at 6:30 a.m., just as the AI decreed. The schedule said 6:30 to 6:45, hydrate and gentle stretching. At 6:45 to 7 o'clock, 10-minute meditation. 7 o'clock to 7:30, prepare and eat a healthy breakfast. It felt orderly, controlled. I wasn't wasting time scrolling on my phone or wondering what to do next. I just followed the plan. The morning deep work session was incredibly productive. Knowing I only had that specific block of time forced me to focus. No distractions, no multitasking. The AI had even scheduled a 15-minute break for a walk outside afterward, which was a brilliant touch. I came back to my desk feeling refreshed and ready for the next task. I thought, wow, maybe this AI thing is onto something. I feel like a productivity guru already. But the afternoon brought the first challenge. The AI had scheduled a 60-minute gym session. Great. But then it scheduled a 90-minute creative brainstorming session immediately after. Physically, I was tired from the workout. Mentally, my brain felt like mush. Trying to come up with brilliant new ideas after a heavy set of squats was not ideal. This was the first crack in the perfect plan. An AI does understand the physical and mental drain of certain activities in the same way a human does. It just sees blocks of time to be filled. I pushed through, but the brainstorming session was a bust. I ended the day feeling accomplished, but also a little like a robot just executing commands. Tuesday was a mixed bag. The morning was another win for productivity. The AI's rigid structure was genuinely helping me crush my to-do list. But then came the social aspect. A friend texted me asking to grab a spontaneous coffee. I looked at my schedule. My schedule said 3 o'clock to 4 p.m. Respond to non-urgent emails. I had a choice. Stick to the plan or live my life. I felt a strange sense of guilt as I typed back, "Sorry, can't today." It was weird. I was letting an algorithm dictate my social life. That evening, the AI had scheduled skill development. Watch an online course. While it's a great habit, I was feeling a bit drained and would have much preferred to just relax and watch a movie. I stuck to the plan, but I wasn't exactly engaged. The rigidity that was so helpful for work was starting to feel like a cage for my personal life. By Wednesday, I was in a groove with the work and fitness parts of the schedule. I was hitting my deadlines, I was consistent with my workouts, and my sleep was on point. But the lack of spontaneity was really getting to me. The AI had scheduled meal prep for Wednesday evening. It was efficient, sure, but my partner wanted to order takeout and watch a show together. I explained that I was on a strict AI-prescribed schedule, which, as you can imagine, went over super well. I ended up meal prepping while they watched TV, feeling pretty disconnected. This highlighted another major flaw: the AI plans for a single user in a vacuum. It doesn't account for the messy, unpredictable, and wonderful reality of relationships and shared lives. A perfect schedule for one person can be a very imperfect schedule for the people around them. Thursday was the day I almost broke. The AI had me scheduled for back-to-back meetings, followed by another deep work block, and then a high-intensity interval training session. It was just too much. I was mentally and physically exhausted. The schedule was ambitious, just like I asked, but maybe a little asterisk to asterisk ambitious. It didn't account for the cumulative fatigue of the week. This is where a human coach would adjust. They'd see I was flagging and suggest a lighter day. The AI, however, just kept pushing forward according to the original blueprint. I ended up cutting the workout short and just collapsed on the couch, feeling defeated. It was a clear reminder that while AI is great at optimizing, it lacks empathy and the ability to read the room, or in this case, read my energy levels. Friday, I decided to adapt. I woke up and looked at the schedule. It was another packed day. But instead of following it blindly, I used it as a template. I kept the important work blocks, but I swapped a data analysis session for a walk with my partner. I moved my workout to a time that felt better for my body. Instead of the scheduled review weekly goals, I called the friend who had texted me on Tuesday and we went for that coffee. It was the best day of the week. I still got a ton done, but I also felt human again. I was back in the driver's seat, using the AI's plan as a guide, not a gospel. So, what did I learn from my week as an AI's puppet? First, the quality of your prompt is everything. Giving the AI a detailed brief with your goals, constraints, and preferences is non-negotiable if you want a usable plan. Second, AI is an incredible tool for structuring your work and building discipline. The predefined blocks for deep work were a game changer for my productivity. It completely eliminated decision fatigue in the morning. Third, and most importantly, AI lacks the human touch. It doesn't understand fatigue, spontaneity, social needs, or the dynamics of relationships. It can create a logically perfect schedule that is emotionally and socially unsustainable. The perfect week isn't about following a rigid, minute-by-minute plan. It's about having a strong framework and the wisdom to know when to deviate from it. The ideal approach seems to be a partnership. Let the AI do the heavy lifting, organize your priorities, structure your deep work, and remind you of your goals. Use its output as a powerful starting point. But then, you, the human, have to be the CEO of your own week. You need to make the executive decisions. Listen to your body, nurture your relationships, and embrace the beautiful, messy moments of spontaneity that an algorithm could never plan for. Using AI to plan my week didn't give me a perfect life, but it did give me a powerful new perspective on what it truly means to be productive and, more importantly, to be present. So, would I do it again? Absolutely. But next time, I'm the one in charge. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you've ever tried something like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more experiments.